Now, Kodak Black literally gets away with everything. Considering the amount of times he's been locked up, the amount of cases he's faced, I'm just wondering, how is he always somehow slipping away? Anyway, let's talk about it. Now, Kodak Black was trending the other day after he pled guilty in an assault case from 2016. Do you remember how Kodak got pardoned by the former United States president earlier this year? And do you also remember how we were all saying, hey, even though you getting out is a blessing, not only do you have to stay out of trouble, but you also have another case that you've yet to beat, which is the one he pled guilty to the other day. So let's get into it. Kodak Black pleads guilty to assault of teen girl, gets probation. Kodak Black has received his fate in the 2016 sexual assault and battery incident involving a teenage girl, of which he pleaded guilty to in a South Carolina courtroom this afternoon. Like this article by XXL says, Kodak Black pled guilty. This entire case was regarding a situation that allegedly went down back in 2016, so let me inform you on what exactly happened. On February 7, 2016, Kodak was in South Carolina for a show when he allegedly attacked a girl and forced her into his hotel room. Here are some of the more explicit details. Octave, that's Kodak's name, forced the victim onto the bed in the room and then onto the floor of the room. The warrant says the defendant removed the victim's underwear and then attacked her orally and then penetrated her. The victim repeatedly told the defendant no and to stop. The defendant did not stop, the warrant says. Police say Octave also bit the woman on the neck and the chest. A sexual assault kit confirmed the injuries, and the woman identified Octave as her attacker, the arrest warrant says. So this all allegedly happened in that hotel room in South Carolina, Florence to be specific. Kodak was 18 at the time, for reference, about to turn 19 that summer. How these allegations even came up in the first place, the girl was apparently talking to her school nurse, and that's who she reported the crime to. After that is when the police got involved. Kodak was then charged with the crime, initially charged with first-degree criminal sexual conduct. I'm not sure why this case got so heavily pushed back. Could be because Kodak has been involved in a lot of trouble throughout the years. Maybe this case somehow took a back seat. Maybe they were trying to gather evidence. Honestly, not sure. But the point still stands. Kodak pled guilty to first-degree assault and battery in that incident that, like I said, involved that girl at the hotel. And the crazy part is, no time behind bars. Nope. Kodak was sentenced to merely 18 months probation. He has to pay $125 as a fine, as a result of his sentencing. On top of that, he has to go to counseling. This is what we call a slap on the wrist, and you can only imagine how much this upset the public, and obviously rightfully so. You know, a lot of people are getting technical about this situation, meaning some people are saying, hey, he was charged with sexual conduct and not rape. On top of that, he pled guilty to that and not the latter, which is very true, but you gotta keep in mind, Kodak pled guilty for a reason. I think the reason is he felt like he wasn't gonna beat the case considering his very problematic track record. On top of that, in this entire case, there's really no sign of the fact that the victim might be lying or the fact that she's doing this for publicity, because that does happen. That's not something we can sweep under the rug, okay? It does happen. Like I showed you on the police report, it said that Kodak allegedly forced himself on her as, you know, she kept on saying, no, stop. He was also accused of biting her in very intimate places, and if anything, that's what Kodak pled guilty to, right? Either we can say that, or we can say that Kodak didn't really plead guilty to doing anything to her. What he did was simply agree, on taking a plea deal, which still, does make him guilty of the crime. Do not get it twisted. And I say that because when the judge asked him in court if he was guilty of the crime, he answered with yes, hence the guilty verdict. How I see it, these are the technicalities of this case. The point is, Kodak did something he should have not done to this girl, whether that was this or that, I don't know, because I wasn't there. So how about we skip the minuscule details though and acknowledge that he said that he was guilty. You know what? Let's get technical for a second. Kodak didn't plead guilty to rape. That is correct. However, does what he pled guilty to make any of this okay? Let's think about that for a sec. Does it make any of this okay? Obviously not, but why are people bringing it up, trying to be technical and all? Because they're trying to justify his actions. You know what, man? Some of y'all should be locked up in a cell with that boy EDP, man, straight up. Just having a good old time with that boy EDP, locked up like that man should be. We're smoking that EDP pack over here, but that's what you deserve if you think any of this is okay. I saw a post on Twitter talking about pray for Kodak. Well, how about you take all those prayers and send them to the victim, because there is a victim in this case. Had this gone to trial, I don't think Kodak would have beat this case at all, and that's something his lawyer and him probably both know, which is why he pled guilty. He did address the victim by saying, "I apologize, this happened, and I'm hopeful we can all move forward." I think that should tell you everything you need to know. Kodak's response to this entire thing on social media, man, kind of despicable. He dropped the "I'm chilling" emoji, you know, with the glasses and all, said "I'm good, F you," said that his heart goes out to all the girls who are getting, you know what, but I didn't do it. Hashtag I'm too gangsta, hashtag I'm too fly for that. Honestly, Kodak, how fly you are has absolutely nothing to do with your ability to be able to commit a crime like this. There's tons of so-called fly ass niggas who do despicable shit, is what I'm trying to say. Your response to this entire thing tells me that you don't care about the victims. Actually, you're looking out for your own self-interest, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with. We as humans, okay, we're quite selfish actually. But don't try to make it seem like because a nigga got some money, clout, fame, and status that he automatically can't do something like this, because that is very far from the truth. I want to emphasize something, okay? Just hear me out, okay? I want you to realize that you do not really know these rappers at all. What I'm trying to say is, and I'm just gonna cut to the chase because I know you got things to do. Please, okay, just please make sure you think twice about defending someone or parading for them when you don't know them personally. That's all I'm trying to say. But yeah, Kodak Black gets away with everything, clearly. He pled guilty in this assault case I told you about, and 18 months probation and a $125 fine, and counseling was his punishment. What do you think about this? Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and we'll talk about this.